right, let's look at duck meat. That looks darker, doesn't it?
It does. It looks good though.
That's a muscle meat. When you think about cooking duck or goose, you think more like a steak.
Yeah.
You think about ducks, they fly, they use that muscle. On top, they got some fat. If it's a domestic duck, they have a lot of fat. That's the most wonderful fat in the world. We'll talk about that later. But think about this more as a steak.
Okay.
If you want to cook that medium, I want a little pink in the middle of that. And I season it like that. Salt, pepper, garlic. I'm going to do a quick marinade. That's going to suck up the saltiness of this balsamic vinegar over here. I'm going to take this, season it, and then turn it fat side up into a quality balsamic vinegar. And you want to let that set for at least a half an hour. Now, if you want to put it in the refrigerator and let it go a couple hours, you got something else going on, that's fine. What are we going to do on the top? We're going to season that as well. Salt, pepper, and garlic. When people say, I've never had duck that I liked. Try it like this.
That's good.
Try it like this. Let that set for a half hour. We get some green beans going, and we have some wild rice going that we're going to present with us. Now this would be a nice appetizer.
Yeah.
Now for us, this is going to be almost a meal.
That's a lot of meat.
But think about what we have tonight. We have our trout dip, smoked trout dip, which we're going to try in a little while. That'll get us ready for our duck.
Okay.
And then we'll really be hungry for our rabbit,
That's right? That's good stuff. That's all good stuff.
All right, so let's let this go, and we'll be right back in a minute. So our duck has been soaking. I'm just going to score this. I'm going to cut into the skin, but not all the way through. So, Mrs. Farmer, what kind of fat do you think I'm going to use?
Duck fat.
Rendered duck fat. What should we cook the duck in?
Duck fat.
You can buy this. It's becoming more and more available. And let me tell you what. Years ago, we were at a restaurant, and somebody took just some little regular potatoes, left the skins on, and they cut them about that thick, and they brought them to our table. Were they not magic?
Yeah.
And we asked them, I said, what'd you cook them? And they said?
Duck fat.
Rendered duck fat.
Recently we had some fries in duck fat. They were thin. They were the best ever.
You know, the great thing about cooking any kind of duck is that crispy skin.
Yeah.
You know, when we cook an orange duck and it gets just right.
We fight over the skin. Yeah.
All right, so I'm not going to get this sizzling hot, and you don't want to cook it to death. You want it to be pink in the middle.
Oh, yeah.
So that's what we're going to do here.
Need to bring it close for you.
You know what? You can sit it right up here. Now, you remember earlier we had bacon in this?
You left.
You think bacon would hurt the flavor?
No.
No, it won't hurt it at all. Now, I'm not going to marinate the other side.
Okay.
And I'm going to put these in fat side down. Now remember, it's only going to take probably 5 minutes to get that nice and crispy.
You want the lid on there?
Yep, let's put the lid on.
Oh, wow. That's good.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Boogie that. Boogie that.
That was so good.
All right, Mrs. Farmer.
That smells and looks so good. I can't wait. Now you scored that. Why did you do that at the beginning? You were cutting the meat, scored on the fat?
Well, you know, I'm cooking this in rendered duck fat.
Okay.
Now, some people would say it's probably too much fat. But if you didn't have any fat at all in here, it would help render that fat out.
Okay.
Now, you want to keep this fat for whatever reason.
Oh, yeah.
And the thing about duck fat is it's kind of like bacon grease. If you strain it and take care of it, you can reuse it.
Now, can we cook our potatoes in that?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
that's
That sounds
the
good.
plan.
All right.
So there we go. We're going to let this rest for a minute.
That looks so good.
Oh, my.
Wow.
Look at that. Now, Mrs. Farmer, we're going to let that rest for just a minute. Then we're going to slice it real thin. We're going to present that over a bed of rice,
Oh, wow.
a couple green beans. That's our snack.
That's our snack?
That's our
All
snack.
right. Looking forward to the snack.
All right. Are you ready?
I'm excited. Really excited. Wow. That's my new favorite meal. I'm serious. That is, I can't even describe how that tastes.
I'll tell you what it tastes like. It tastes like what I had last night.
Oh my goodness.
But last night I got 2 pieces.
I know, this is good.
And I said, you know what? We can do better than them.
That's
Let me tell you
really
what.
good. Yeah,
It's been a while since I've had this, since I made this.
I'm gonna want it all the time.
So simple. Balsamic vinegar. Last time I did it was wild duck. This
Yeah.
is domestic duck. But you got to be really careful. You got to make sure you get it brown. You got to make sure you have some pink. Now, some people like it more rare than this.
Yeah.
This
That's
is
amazing.
beautiful, is it not? We're going to turn the cameras off and devour this. Guess what? We got another one over here.
Okay, we'll eat that later.
Yeah!
Yay.